Children, how are you all? Hope you're all safe and fine, right? Okay. Children, in the first lesson of grade 7, what you studied in biology? You studied about the nutrition in plants. Okay. Like there are two types of plants who can prepare their own food and who cannot prepare their own food. You remember? The one who can prepare their own food are called as autotrophs, and the one who cannot prepare their own food are called as heterotrophs. Yeah. And then what else? We studied about parasites, saprophytes. You remember all those, children? Okay. Now in this class we are going to get introduced to a new lesson, namely nutrition in animals. Okay. One small question. Whether animals, including human being, are autotrophs or heterotrophs? I remember you have studied this in grade 6. We are all heterotrophs, right? Because we cannot prepare our own food. We depend upon the plants or other animals for our food, and animals for their food. So we animals, all other animals including human being, are heterotrophs. Okay, the living organism who can not prepare their own food are called as heterotrophs. So the nutrition in animals are heterotrophic nutrition because we cannot prepare their own food. Okay, yeah. And why we cannot prepare our own food means very simple. We don't have chlorophyll. So photosynthesis is not proper. It's not possible in animals. So we cannot prepare our own food, and we are directly or indirectly depend upon plants and animals for our food. Okay, and animal nutrition includes nutrient requirement. Okay, this also you studied in 6th standard. Certain calories of carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals and proteins along with water is needed for our body. Okay, like in minerals and vitamins in some milligram and others in certain calories. Okay, and the people who does lot of physical work, they need more carbohydrate, and the people who's not doing more physical work, they need to consume less carbohydrate and more vitamins and minerals, which includes dietary supplements, so that the waste can be removed. You remember all this? So we need to take proper nutritional requirements. We need to meet the nutritional requirement, and we should consider the mode of intake of food, whether we are going to take it in a form of solid or liquid or semi-solid, and also how it is getting utilized in our body. Okay, so we need to consider 3 different points when we consume the food, which consists of nutritional requirements, the mode of intake, and also its utilization in our body. Okay, and do you know, children, the food which we eat, it is just like that, it is not absorbed by our body. Okay, for example, we eat 2 chapatis, 3 idlis, 2 dosas, yes, and a bowl of rice, 3 or 4, like if the puri, if we are fond of puri, we may eat 3 or 4 puris. Yeah, children, and whether whatever we eat, it is taken up by the blood in the same way, or what happens to the food items? It is broken up into smaller pieces. Okay, the complex foodstuff is converted into the simpler form. Okay, with the help of certain chemicals and enzymes which is present in our body. Okay, this simple breaking down of complex into simpler compound is called as metabolism. Okay, you will be coming across the term metabolism and anabolism as long as you study biology. Okay, metabolism is building up of food product and anabolism is breaking down. Okay, so what happens means the food compound will be simpler food compound will become converted into complex, and the complex food compounds will become converted into simpler form, and this process breaking down and building up of food products is called as digestion. Is that clear? They are broken. I mean, if we take idli, we chew it and we swallow it. Okay, it will go to the stomach. In the stomach, it will be mixing up with the hydrochloric acid. Okay, and then it will go to the small intestine. In the small intestine, the food material which is needed for our body will be absorbed. In the case of idli, we have carbohydrates present in it. So the carbohydrate will be converted into glycogen and it will be absorbed by the villi which is present in the small intestine. This process is called as digestion. Okay, breaking down of complex food substance into the simpler one is called as digestion. About this digestion and the digestive process we are going to learn in this lesson. Is that clear, children? Did you understand what you're going to learn in this lesson? We are going to just see an outline how the nutrition in animals takes place with the help of digestion. Is that clear? Okay. The question for the day. The type of nutrition in living organisms are dash and dash. The types of nutrition in living organisms are dash and dash. And the second question, the animal nutrition process includes dash, dash and dash. The animal nutrition process includes dash, dash and dash. The conversion of complex food substance into the simpler form is called as dash. The conversion of complex food substance into the simpler form is called as is dash, dash and dash. And we need to eat for the purpose of dash, dash and dash. We need to eat for the purpose of dash, dash and dash. Okay, the answer for all these questions are there in page number 11. Okay, all the 4 questions, the answer is there in page number 11. Okay, and the 5th question is what is meant by digestion? And the 5th question is what is meant by digestion? The answer for all these 5 questions are there in page number 11 of your content book. So refer your content book and do the answers. Is that clear, children? Okay, bye.